What if we could turn back time? Witness the past with our own eyes, the triumphs, the tragedies, the moments that shaped our world? Imagine standing at the foot of the Great Pyramid as it's built, stone by massive stone. Picture the grandeur of a medieval coronation, the weight of history on the monarch's brow. These aren't just stories in a textbook, but vibrant moments in time. What secrets does history hold? What would it feel like to stand in the presence of those who lived them? Though we may not have time machines yet, we have something just as powerful, our imagination. Through historical accounts and archaeological discoveries, we can open windows to another time. Walk the streets of ancient Rome, feel the cobblestones beneath our feet, hear the clamour of the marketplace. Imagine standing on the deck of the Titanic, the salty spray of the ocean on your face. These moments, once lived, are gone, but not forgotten. Their echoes remain carried on the winds of time. Join us now on a journey through time. A journey not through physical space, but through the corridors of history. We'll visit moments both momentous and intimate, each offering a glimpse into the past. For history is ultimately a story about us, about humanity. Let us begin. Close your eyes. Imagine a vast desert, a sea of sand, bathed in the golden light of the ancient world. This is Egypt, the land of the pharaohs, where history whispers on the wind. Here, rising from the desert floor, stand the pyramids of Giza, monuments to a civilization unlike any other. How were they built, these mountains of stone, in an era before modern machinery? What secrets do they hold within their silent chambers? Our journey begins here, at the foot of the Great Pyramid. Imagine the scene: massive blocks of granite quarried miles away, transported across the desert on sledges and rollers. These ancient engineers, using ropes, levers and sheer manpower, managed to move and lift stones weighing tons, fitting them together with astonishing precision. We see ramps of earth and brick rising like arteries around the pyramid's base, channels for the flow of men and materials. This is not just construction, it's a symphony in stone, a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. Every surface tells a story, every symbol imbued with meaning. Venturing inside the pyramid, we leave the heat and dust behind, entering a realm of cool, shadowy grandeur. Torches flicker, casting dancing shadows on the walls, revealing narrow passageways and hidden chambers. Hieroglyphs adorn the walls, vibrant even after thousands of years, depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology. And then the burial chamber. Here, amidst offerings of gold and jewels, rests the sarcophagus of the pharaoh. The silence is profound, broken only by the sound of our own breathing. The pyramids were more than just tombs. They symbolized the pharaoh's power and a culture that believed in eternal life. Imagine a procession, the pharaoh carried aloft on a golden litter, surrounded by guards and priests. The air vibrates with chanting and rhythmic drums as offerings are made. Incense fills the air. In the shadow of these pyramids, we feel a connection, a shared humanity transcending time. We leave behind the sands of Egypt and journey now to medieval Europe. Imagine a time of castles, knights and chivalry, a world both familiar and alien. The air is alive with blacksmiths' hammers, vibrant market stalls and prayers in Latin. The Middle Ages, often dubbed the Dark Ages, were an era of faith and loyalty, of artistic and intellectual ferment. The cathedral echoes with anticipation. Sunlight streams through stained glass windows, painting the stone floor. Nobles in their finery whisper amongst themselves. At the heart of it all is the soon-to-be-crowned monarch. The archbishop waits by the altar, holding the crown. The music swells, voices raised in a Gregorian chant that seems to reverberate through the very stones of the cathedral. All eyes are on the monarch as they approach the altar, their steps measured, their bearing regal. The Archbishop anoints the monarch with holy oil, a sacred act signifying their divine right to rule. The crown is lowered onto their head, and a cheer erupts from the assembled crowd. "Long live the King," or "Long live the Queen," echoes through the cathedral, a fervent wish for a prosperous and just reign. As the ceremony concludes, we witness the pageantry of medieval life unfold before us. Knights, clad in shining armour, their swords gleaming, pledge their loyalty to their new sovereign. The feasting begins in the great hall of the castle. Roasted meats, flagons of ale, and platters laden with exotic fruits and spices fill the tables. Musicians play lively tunes on lutes and pipes, their melodies intermingling with the clatter of cutlery and the boisterous laughter of the guests. In this world of chivalry and honour, we glimpse the ideals of the age. But amidst the spectacle and ceremony, we sense a change in the air. Whispers of new ideas, of a reawakening of classical knowledge are beginning to spread. The Renaissance, an extraordinary period, is still a century or two away, but its seeds are being sown. In the universities of Paris, Oxford and Bologna, scholars are rediscovering ancient texts. Let us now journey to a time of great exploration, the late 15th century. The world is still shrouded in mystery, with vast oceans separating continents and legends whispering of lands beyond the horizon. In the bustling port of Palos, Spain, a ship readies itself for a perilous voyage. This is the Santa Maria, and at her helm stands Christopher Columbus, a man driven by ambition, faith, and an unshakable belief that the world is round. The air crackles with anticipation, the promise of adventure mingled with the fear of the unknown. We board the Santa Maria, feeling the deck sway beneath our feet. The ship is a microcosm of its time, a floating world of wooden planks, taut ropes, and the smell of tar and salt. Columbus, a commanding presence despite his modest stature, paces the deck, his eyes fixed on the horizon. He shares his maps and charts, tracing his finger along the route he believes will lead them to the Indies. Doubt and fear lurk in the eyes of some, but also a glimmer of hope, a yearning for discovery. Then, one glorious morning, a cry rings out, "Land, land ahoy!" The crew erupts in cheers, their weariness forgotten. After months at sea, the sight of land, however unfamiliar, sends a surge of relief and exhilaration through the ship. As they draw closer, the lush green shores of a new world come into focus. Columbus, his face alight with triumph, leads his men ashore. This is a moment etched in history, a collision of worlds, a turning point for both the old and the new. They encounter the Taino, greeted with curiosity and cautious welcome. A gulf of language and culture separates them, yet shared humanity shines in gestures and smiles. We witness the exchange of gifts, hesitant communication, wonder and apprehension. A meeting fraught with potential, shaping the destiny of continents. Columbus's voyage symbolizes human ambition and our drive to explore. Our journey through time takes us to the heart of one of history's most enduring empires, Rome. Imagine a city of marble and might, where chariots and swords clash with the murmur of 1,000 voices. This is Rome at its zenith, stretching from the Tiber to distant hills. We marvel at temples, basilicas, and intricate mosaics, but beneath this facade lies a darker reality. Rome's power is built on conquest and the toil of conquered peoples. Let us delve deeper into this city of contrasts. We enter the Forum, the bustling heart of Roman life. Imagine a sprawling plaza surrounded by temples, government buildings, and monuments to Rome's past glories. Senators in their flowing togas engage in heated debates. Merchants hawk their wares. We visit the Pantheon, its massive dome a marvel of engineering. We stroll through the baths of Caracalla, marveling at the intricate mosaics and soaring columns. And yet, even in these places of leisure and grandeur, we are reminded of the brutal realities of Roman life. But perhaps no structure embodies the duality of Rome more than the Colosseum. Imagine a massive amphitheatre, its walls rising high above the city, holding tens of thousands of spectators. This is the Colosseum, a monument to Roman engineering and its thirst for blood sport. Today, it stands in majestic ruin, its stones scarred by time. Close your eyes and hear the roar of the crowd, the clash of steel, the cries of agony and triumph. Gladiators fought to the death, wild beasts pitted against man, all for entertainment. We take our place among the spectators, feeling the anticipation as gladiators enter the arena. Some fight with swords and shields, others with nets and tridents. Some are seasoned professionals, their bodies bearing battle scars. Others are prisoners, fighting for their lives, hoping for freedom through victory. The air crackles with tension as the gladiators circle each other, their eyes locked in a deadly dance. The crowd roars its approval, feats of strength and agility, moments of raw courage and brutality. As the sand soaks up the blood of the fallen, we are reminded of the fragility of life, the thin line between civilization and savagery. Gladiatorial combat held a strange allure for the Romans. It transcended social class, uniting emperor and slave in collective bloodlust. A reminder of Rome's power, its ability to conquer nations and the forces of nature itself. But also a reminder of the human cost of empire, the casual cruelty of Roman society. Gladiators were expendable, their lives sacrificed for entertainment, their deaths a testament to the whims of the crowd. As we leave the Colosseum and the bustling streets of Rome behind, we carry with us a sense of awe at the achievements of this ancient civilization. Rome's legacy is all around us, in our laws, our language, our architecture, our very conception of what it means to be civilized. But we also carry with us a sense of caution, a reminder that even the greatest empires are built on shaky foundations. Rome's thirst for conquest ultimately proved its undoing, its internal divisions and external pressures leading to its eventual decline and fall. And so, as we journey onward through the annals of history, let us remember the lessons of Rome, its grandeur and its brutality, its triumphs and its failures. For in the end, history is not just a collection of dates and names, but a mirror to ourselves, reflecting both the best and worst of humanity. The year is 1912. The air crackles with excitement as we approach a marvel of modern engineering, the RMS Titanic. Towering above the docks, she seems almost too grand to be real. Her decks promise a journey of unparalleled luxury. Step aboard and enter a world of opulence. Crystal chandeliers illuminate grand staircases. The air hums with the murmur of well-dressed passengers and the lilting melodies of a live orchestra. In the first-class dining saloon, tables are laden with gourmet delicacies. As evening descends, the Titanic glides across a seemingly endless expanse of dark water, a ribbon of lights illuminating her decks. In the ballroom, couples waltz to the music of the ship's orchestra, their laughter echoing through the night. A shared belief in the safety and invincibility of this magnificent vessel. On the upper decks, we feel the cool night air against our skin, the taste of salt spray on our lips. Stars blaze overhead, their reflections shimmering on the water's surface. But beneath the surface of this idyllic scene, a subtle tension begins to build. A tremor runs through the ship, a barely perceptible shudder. A steward assures a concerned passenger that it is nothing, perhaps just a large wave. But in the depths of the ship, the unthinkable has occurred. The Titanic has struck an iceberg. Chaos unfolds as water pours into the lower compartments. The ship's designer informs the captain that the Titanic is doomed. The order to abandon ship is given and panic grips the passengers. Lifeboats are lowered, but there are not enough for everyone. The band plays on, their music a haunting counterpoint to the cries of fear and despair. The Titanic, once a symbol of human achievement, now surrenders to the unforgiving power of the sea. Her lights, once so bright, begin to flicker and fade. The angle of the deck grows steeper, the unthinkable reality sinking in. In the distance, the faint lights of the Carpathia race towards the distress signals. But it is too late for the Titanic and many aboard. As icy waters close over the grand staircase, we feel an overwhelming sense of loss. The sinking of the Titanic remains one of history's most enduring tragedies. Our journey through time has come to an end, but the echoes of the past linger. We've stood in the shadow of pyramids, witnessed the coronation of kings, sailed with explorers to new worlds. We felt the roar of the Colosseum, the chilling embrace of the Atlantic as the Titanic met its fate. Each moment a universe unto itself, each event a ripple in the grand tapestry of time. The human desire to explore, to create, to leave a mark on the world, it transcends time itself. But the past isn't just a collection of stories, it's a mirror. It reflects our own hopes and fears, our triumphs and failures. By studying history, we gain a deeper understanding not just of where we come from, but of who we are. The mistakes of the past, if not learned from, have a way of repeating themselves. The victories of the past, if forgotten, lose their power to inspire. History is a dialogue between generations. We are shaped by those who came before us. The laws we live by, the freedoms we cherish, the challenges we face, all have roots in the past. To understand the present, we must delve into the past. History is filled with moments of darkness and brutality, but within those shadows we find stories of resilience and compassion. While we may not have time machines yet, we're all time travelers. Each book we read, each story we hear, each artifact we unearth, these transport us through time. Imagination is our passport, curiosity our compass. We can walk the streets of ancient cities, explore sunken ships, stand on silent battlefields. The past becomes alive again in our minds, so keep exploring. Keep making connections between the past and the present. For in unraveling history, we unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves.